Just how much of a threat is ISIS to the U.S. and the world? Journalists covering this threat have become a part of the story with threats to their own lives while searching for the truth. This week, Japan revoked the passport of a journalist going to Syria because of fears of ISIS threats. Our national correspondent, Jeff Barn, moderated a national town hall for us Monday night about the fight for freedom, and he takes a closer look at the efforts to bring you the facts of what's really happening.
The threats are growing across the Near East and reaching the world, and journalists covering this new form of terrorism are taking note.
They don't want to be held ransom for a couple $100 million and then see one of their citizens murdered on national television and used as propaganda to show the weakness of the country.
And this is exactly the kind of rhetoric that is going to alienate American Muslims, that is alienating European Muslims when we try to link practices which are tribal to a faith.
In a new interview with Vox News, President Obama defends his current strategy, saying that not every solution is about troops.
We don't have military solutions to every problem.
But in that same interview, the president blamed the media for overhyping the terrorism threat coverage. If it bleeds, it leads, he said, when talking about media decisions to focus more on terror threats instead of things like climate change and Ebola. Quote, "What's the famous saying about local newscasts, right? If it bleeds, it leads, right?" Just recently, the White House described the Taliban as a group that at times commits acts akin to terrorism. Meantime, President Barack Obama recently described ISIL as an organization, not terrorists.
The bulk of it is about power. It is about politics. It is about who is going to be dominant and in control.
Now they want to cut your head off and put it on videotape because that's how they tell their story best.
A new type of war with highly produced propaganda messages and a new type of covering it is morphing into a new phase. A phase that at this point seems to diminish the term freedom of speech. I'm Jeff Barn reporting.
All right, it's very